Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and yes, we're just going to be doing a build-up to the Liverpool-Manchester United game, 12:30 kick-off today. Very big game for both teams, biggest game of the season in my opinion, even though Liverpool are not an elite opposition anymore, or any title challengers. This is always the biggest game of the season between Liverpool and Manchester United, the most successful clubs in English football overall, and this is just going to be an absolutely fantastic game. Football. I don't think the team news is being confirmed just as yet, but when it is confirmed, we will be going through the team news. Obviously, this is a massive game for both teams. Going into the game, obviously, we're going to be the favourites. We're in better form, we're playing good football. Mourinho's got it tactically right now, with the team. Rashford scoring goals, Mkhitaryan's providing assists, Rashford scoring goals as well. And, Lukaku 11 goals now, and as I said, type of players we've got can cause Liverpool all sorts of problems, especially at the back, because that's the area they need to address. They haven't converted enough chances, especially this season, of Liverpool Football Club. And they have struggled, since that Arsenal victory they had when they demolished Arsenal 4-0. Liverpool have struggled, especially at home. They've due to the likes with Burnley, they've due to the likes with Newcastle, they've due in the Champions League a couple of times. Liverpool have been poor since they beat Arsenal. We've been in incredible form. We've been scoring goals, killing teams. Also, we didn't do last season. His record against the big teams wasn't very good last season. I don't think we didn't kill teams off this season, but this season we are scoring a lot of goals and we're not leaking many goals either. When we've only conceded 4 or 5 goals in all competitions, I think we've hit over 30 goals now in all competitions this season. Jose Mourinho's got it tactically right, and I think the pace of Rashford, Martial, etc., can cause problems for Liverpool defence. But Liverpool attackively are pretty good. They are pretty good attackively. But that's the thing we can't do. We can't provide a lot of space, especially in the midfield area, because Liverpool can hit you on the break. And, we know Man United are missing Paul Pogba for this game. Crashed. It could be set to return for the Swansea game in the Carabao Cup. He's our most creative, essential midfielder. He's Paul Pogba. We know he suffered a hamstring injury in the Champions League game against Basel. But yeah, he suffered an injury last season, but I think he was only out for 3 games. But it is pretty severe, is this injury? Well, I think it is, but Jose Mourinho classified it as a long-term injury as well, Paul Pogba's. But we know that Fellaini has been fulfilling Paul Pogba's spot, and Paul Pogba had been seen on social media doing exercise regimes, so it looks like he's progressing fantastically well. Also, Fellaini, who's been fulfilling his spot fantastically well, he is currently out as well with a knee injury, and I think there's ligament damage in his knee injury. I think he could be out for 2 to 3 weeks, could Marian Fellaini, so he's set to miss today's game. He's set to miss the game in the Champions League as well. I think it is against Benfica in the pros. But Fellaini has done very well. He's scored goals. His link-up play has been fantastically good. We still haven't signed him a new deal yet with Man United, but Fellaini's done absolutely fantastic. So there are going to be 2 key players that are missing for us. It's going to be interesting to see how it affects our midfield now, especially that Fellaini's out, who's made progression and made an impact. Now Paul Pogba's out. It's going to be interesting to see how it, makes an impact in our midfield. And I presume, also, but with Liverpool, they've got, quite a few key players out. They've got Sadio Mane out, also suffered suspension after the City game. Also, now he's out for 6 weeks with a hamstring injury, Sadio Mane, so that's a big miss for them. It's going to be interesting to see how, they perform without him. They've got Nathaniel Klein out, as well. Still got Adam Lallana out of Liverpool Football Club, so... Yeah, and I said Liverpool, it's always been a fantastic rivalry between the 2 clubs, most successful clubs in English football. Obviously, Liverpool have never won a Premier League. They were very good in the 70s, as I said. But Man United in the 1990s and 2000s have just dominated fantastically. Well, there's been good games over the years between the 2 clubs. We currently have, in our last 5 visits to Anfield, we have won 5 of them games. No, sorry, last 5 visits in the Premier League to Anfield, we've won 3 of them games. We're undefeated in 8 games in all competitions against Liverpool. We've only lost 1 in 8 games in all competitions against Liverpool. We're undefeated in 6 Premier League games against Liverpool as well. So potentially we've had a good record on it. Against them, especially in the Premier League. The last time we lost to Liverpool in all competitions was in the Europa League back in 2015 and 16 as well. But for me, there's been classic games, with the 3-1 with Martial scoring on his current debut. 2007, John O'Shea, getting a late win at Anfield. And then we had that terrible, disastrous defeat at Old Trafford in 2009 when we lost 4-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool had the likes of Torres in there though, didn't they? They had the likes of Aurelio. Yeah, Liverpool had all them players as well, Gerrard, when we lost 4-1 at home. But we still managed to win the league that year as well. So I think for me, Liverpool have come closest to winning the league, which they've never done. In 2009, they came close. I think, was it 2014 as well, they came close when they slipped it as well. I think that's the only 2 times they have come close to winning it. But going to be a very, very interesting game of football for me. United are going to do it due to Liverpool's defence. I just think they lack in the defensive area. But Liverpool have still got quality. They have got the likes of Coutinho in there. They've still got the likes of young Emre Sham, Firmino. That could cause us problems. But defensively, as well as attackively, we are looking very, very good in indeed, but there has been fantastic games over the years between Manchester United and Liverpool. For me, biggest game of the season, and it's going to be interesting to see, you know, because we haven't really played anyone yet. We haven't played anyone really big, you know, but it's going to be interesting to see how Lukaku performs against Liverpool. And I hope he does score today, does Romelu Lukaku. And it's going to be interesting to see, both teams are going to be definitely revved up for it, as I said, but a lot of people are favouring Manchester United considering they're in better form than Liverpool. And I think the lineup has been confirmed for this game as well. But Liverpool have not been elite opposition, at least for the last 3 or 4 years. What? Alright. I think the lineup's been confirmed. Yes, the lineup's here. We have got the lineup for the Liverpool-Manchester United game. Let's have a look. As I did say, yes, Jose Mourinho's gone with the 4-2-3-1. As I did say he would, because he's been mainly sticking with that formation this season, you know, the 4-2-3-1. He has gone with the 4-3-3 now and again, but he's mainly stuck with the 4-2-3-1. So, we have got, I thought he'd have started Rashford over Martial on the left, so what he's done is, he's gone with David De Gea in goal, Antonio Valencia, obviously, who is our advanced right back. Smalling and Jones as centre-back partnership. He's mainly been going with the Jones and Bailey centre-back partnership. You know, Lindelof hasn't featured much. But Smalling's been playing well, obviously, in the last couple of games, so he's put in there with Jones. He's gone with Matteo Darmian at the left-back. To me, anyone could have got left-back. Obviously, Luke Shaw, you know, Jose Mourinho gave him a lot of criticism last season. He's only played 45 minutes since he's come back as full fitness and that. Ashley Young's been our advanced left-back since he's come back. He's been operating well in that left-back position, but obviously, I've been playing there as well, but Rojo's still injured, but he has gone with Darmian at left back. And as I said, you know, in the mid, he's gone with 2 in the mid. As I said, obviously with Fellaini out, with Pogba out. He's obviously, as I said, Herrera's in the mix with Matic. Herrera, who has not featured much for Man United this season, to be fair. He hasn't featured much. He hasn't been much in the mix, but we know he can play as a number 6, Herrera. He can play even a number 8. He can play in the number 10. But we know Mkhitaryan's been playing fantastically well in that number 10. So he's gone with Herrera and Matic. On the left, Martial, he can cause all sorts of problems, can Martial. You've got Mkhitaryan in the middle in the number 10 as usual, as he's been operating this season. Ashley Young. He's gone he's gone with Ashley Young on the right-hand side. So really, Ash Young's been playing as a left-back, really. But what he's decided to do is he rotated that a bit differently. So what he's done is he's put Ashley Young on the right-hand side and he's pushed Ashley Young on the right wing instead of left-back or right-back. He's put him on the right wing as Ashley Young. So we know Juan Mata has been mainly playing on the right winger this season alongside Mkhitaryan. We know Juan Mata, most of this season, has been playing alongside Mkhitaryan, but instead he has put Ashley Young alongside Mkhitaryan. And last but not least, Romelu Lukaku. Up front, for me, that looks a pretty decent team. David De Gea, look at David De Gea. He's made over 2 century appearances for, Man United. As I said, he's made over 2 century appearances for Man United. Kept about 81 clean sheets, is it now? Fantastic, fantastic goalkeeper. And as I said, let's have a look at Liverpool, the way they've gone. So I think Liverpool have gone with a 4-3-3, so they've gone with attacking formation. So, some people say 4-3-3 is more attacking than 4-3-1. Some people say 4-3-1 is more attacking than 4-3-3. I don't really know, to be honest. But you've got Samuel Minier in goal for them, Gomez, Matip, Lovren, Moreno, Emre Can, Jordan Henderson, Wijnaldum, Salah, Firmino, Coutinho. Firmino and Coutinho. So I think in their team, who can cause us problems? Definitely Coutinho can cause you problems. Firmino can cause you problems. Emre Can, good young age talent, he's been a hitting form. He can slightly cause us problems as well. Salah is a very, very good attacking player for Liverpool. He can also cause problems. But for me, in this game, I just think Man United are going to have too much, considering the form we're in. I just think we're going to have too much for Liverpool. In a big game, you never know. But I just think, with the class of, Mkhitaryan, he's doing well in number 10, providing this class of Antonio Martial. I think this is his century I think this is his 100th appearance for Man United today as well as Antonio Martial's, and I think that's in all competitions. I think Matic is very, very good in the midfield, very calm and composed, good at breaking up the play. And yeah, we are missing Paul Pogba in there, our advanced midfielder, that can play them key passes, operate space. So we are missing Paul Pogba, we are missing Marion Fellaini. But yeah, it's good that the difference he's put in that team, obviously Ashton's been playing left back, but he's put him on the right wing alongside Mkhitaryan instead of left back. So he's gone with Darmian at the left back as Jose Mourinho. And yeah, could be very, very big game of football. Very, very tasty fair as it is always at Anfield. Haven't Liverpool extended their stadium now to about, is it 60,000 supporters if I recall rightly? But we know Liverpool are not a title challenge. We know they're not an elite opposition. But, it's always a big game. It's always rivalry. It's always a big game, And, even, likes of Leeds and Man U, if they played each other, that'd be a big game, considering, obviously, we're a much better team. Leeds are probably sitting in the Championship, aren't they? But if we want to draw them in a cup game or something, still, to me, would be a very bit of a big game, because it is rivalry, even though Leeds are not an elite opposition and never will be. But it's always still a big game between your rivals. And it's like Man United, Man City, we're rivalry, obviously, but obviously City are title challengers as well as rivalry, and we are title challengers as well. And Man U City's always a big game. Man U Liverpool's always a big game. Man United play Leeds is always a big game, which we can't anyway because we're not in the Premier League. Haven't played Leeds United since 2011 when we beat them 3-0 in the League Cup. I think, League Cup 3-0. But in the League Cup, the team in the League Cup I'd love to draw would be, either Leeds or Liverpool in the process. It would be fantastic. Shall we look at some of the games today? So go through the team news one more time. David De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Nash Darmian, Matic, Herrera, Martial, Mkhitaryan, Ashley Young, and Romelu Lukaku. So yeah, that's the team news confirmed for that. There's your team news confirmed for Liverpool, Man United. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the process with that. So we just got to look. Shall we look at the other today's games before we get off? But I think Liverpool are just not converting enough chances. I think we're the favourable team to go on and win this, and we know Klopp is under pressure. Due to that, he missed on quite a few of his targets in the window. Liverpool, Liverpool could still see what's his name, Emre Can go. They could see Coutinho go in January. That looks likely as well. So Klopp will have to have plans in January to find them replacements for them as well. And we know a game against Anfield when we beat them 2-1, with a 2 goals from Juan Mata. Also missed a penalty in that game. We was absolutely dominant. We were rampant in that game. So we did very, very well in that. We've beaten Liverpool for, quite a few times in the league. I said we're unbeaten in 6 Premier League games against them. So that is very, very good. Beaten 1-0 at Anfield, didn't we, with a 1-0 with Rooney. It was a scrappy game last season, was it? A 0-0 draw at Anfield. Wasn't such a good game in that one. So hopefully today's game definitely will be more entertaining than last season's, I do hope. And you've got here Burnley, West Ham. You've got Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Palace are in good form, are they? As we all know, Palace are in pretty poor form. They're in poor form. They haven't scored a goal in the Premier League. That is a record. That's quite fair. Lost every Premier League game. But Chelsea are going into that game, without Conte and Morata. The lack up front without Morata, you should think with the Chelsea. All the big teams for me, should win today, really. You've got Palace, Chelsea, going to be a Chelsea win. Manchester City at home to Stoke, you're going to favour Manchester City. The likes of Aguero, the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, that's it in form for them. I think definitely City are going to beat Stoke at home. You've got Swansea, Huddersfield. don't know about that one. Got Tottenham, Bournemouth. You're going to say Tottenham, but considering, Tottenham haven't been good at Wembley at home this season, they haven't won there in the league yet. But I still would put a Tottenham win down because obviously still waiting for the new stadium. Pochettino's a good manager. They've been very consistent last couple of years. And the likes of Harry Kane in there, Dele Alli. Tottenham have got a very, very good squad. So I do presume that they will beat Bournemouth home. And then you've got Watford, Arsenal. Got to be an Arsenal win. Because as I said, Arsenal could still see Sanchez and Ozil go. Obviously, they generated a lot of money in the August window. But Watford, Arsenal, it's got to be an Arsenal win, considering they had a bad start to the season, did Arsenal, but I think since that Liverpool defeat, I think, to be fair, Arsenal have upped the gear and they've stepped a steam and they are playing pretty well of Arsenal. But the record against the big teams, Arsenal's is, not very, very good at all. But it's only Watford they are going to be playing. They're not a big team, obviously. But when they come to the lights against, Arsenal play us, play Chelsea, well, they did well against Chelsea, to be fair. They got a new draw at Stamford Bridge. When they go to the lights against Tottenham, who you can classify as a big team now, when they play us, when they play City, then Arsenal will be tested out really on how they perform against teams like that. So yes, going to be a very, very entertaining game of football. I am going to go watch the game, as I said. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Big game of football. And yes, we'll be doing a review after the game. We'll be talking about how the game went, and drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take it easy, and I'll see you all later. Bye.